Alupa chief Pasupati, and a fourth was given in marriage to Madhava II, the Ganga ruler. An inscription says that the last one was concluded during the reign of his son, Krishnavarma. Kakustavarma was also an understanding and sympathetic administrator. He did not oppress the people with heavy taxation. Inscriptions inform us that he attended to the needs of the people in time and maintained internal peace by entrusting this job to a newly created internal protective force. People moved from one part of the country to another without any interference from thieves, dacoits and plunderers. Even the strangers felt secure in his kingdom. By his policies he justified the titles Dharmaraja and Dharma Maharaja he assumed. In importance to the Kadamba dynasty, Kakustavarma ranks second only to Mayuravarma. Halsi plates describe him as the glory of the Kadambas. His Halmidi inscription attests to his devotion to work, the active interest he took in the welfare of his people, his character and his other many-sided activities. Kadamba power reached its heyday during the reign of Kakustavarma. He was truly a successful monarch. Later Kadambas. After Kakustavarma, the Kadamba dynasty was split up into two. Shantavarma, the son of Kakustavarma, who issued the Talagunda inscription, ruled for only a short period and died, even before his father. Kakustavarma assumed the reins of the government for a while and then transferred it to his grandson Mrugashivarma. But this arrangement was not to the liking of Krishnavarma, another son of Kakustavarma, who was placed in charge of the southern region of the empire. He declared himself independent and began ruling over the southern provinces with his capital at Triparvatanagara. A third son of Kakustavarma, Kumaravarma, ruled over the eastern provinces of the empire also as an independent king. He had his capital at Ukchangi. Mrugashivarma ruled over the main branch with his capital at Vijayanti. Krishnavarma, by marrying a princess of the Kikiya family and by establishing friendship with the Pallavas, was trying to contest for the supremacy with the Vijayanti Kadambas. Astute statesman as he was, Mrugashivarma also entered into matrimonial alliance with the Kekayas and thus averted any danger from that direction. Later the Kekayas migrated to South India and established their supremacy over a part of Karnataka. Mrugashivarma is credited with victories over the Ganga and Pallava kings. He was impartial in administering justice, and in this respect he is compared to Yudhishthira. He was a patron of learning and literature. Though an inscription describes him as Parama Brahmana, he made land gifts to both Brahmanas and Jainas, and in religious matters he followed the ancient tradition of tolerance. Ravivarma was quite young at the time of his father's, Mrugashivarma's, death. This led to a civil war in which Ravivarma came out in brilliant colors. Later he defeated Vishnuvarma I of the Triparvata branch and united the Kadamba kingdom. The most important political event of his reign was the war with the Vakatakis, in which he defeated the Vakataka king and extended the boundary of his kingdom as far as the river Narmada. He also defeated the Ganga ruler Avinita. Ravivarma is indubitably one of the greatest kings of the Kada Mba dynasty. His 40 years' rule constitutes an important epoch in the Kadamba history. Inscriptions extol the qualities of his head and heart. For the convenience of administration he made Halsi his capital and issued an ordinance requiring the people of the city to support the ascetics during the 4 months of the rainy season. He was a born fighter, and in his prowess and ability he equaled Kakustavarma. He is certainly entitled to a place along with Mayuravarma and Kakustavarma. Harivarma, son of Ravivarma, was the last ruler of the main branch of the Kadamba dynasty. His 8 or 9 years' rule is not of much consequence to the Kadamba history. He was defeated by Harisana Vakataka and lost to him the southern provinces of Karnataka. Krishnavarma II of the Triparvata branch seized the kingdom after defeating him. Then followed the reign of Krishnavarma II, Ajavarma, Vijayavarma and Madhuvarma. They were unable to raise the fallen fortunes of the family to its former glory. In the beginning of the 6th century the Kadambas suffered an eclipse by the rise of the Pallavas of Simhavishnu line and Chalukyas of Badami. Administration. The administration of the Kadambas was not different from that of the Satavahanas. The founder of the dynasty was a Brahma well versed in the sacred law. It is natural to expect that he brought to bear in his administration the ideals of government enunciated in the sacred texts. The statements in the inscription and the